Hello, friends. Your old Uncle Andy here, the UC Panda himself, coming to you on October 22nd, a Wednesday night, with what we hope are some winning sports picks. We hope we're able to remain as hot as we were over the weekend. A big game for us in terms of units. Only went 6-6 actually in college football, but we did have a 5% play in there. My secret weapon, New Mexico, second half. That came through for us. In NFL, we also did very well. I think we went like 6-1 on the weekend. So NFL, we're up to positive 28.64 units this year. In college football, we are up 75 units this year. We're hitting at a 97 and 39 clip. That's like almost 70%, pretty good. Overall, as of Wednesday morning, we're up 79 units on the year. Keep in mind, when August began, we were about 16 units in the hole. So we've come a long way in a short time. Keep on following us over at Uncle Andy Sports for all of the winning plays. Facebook as well, Uncle Andy Sports Investments. And if you're following us over in the Free Plays Daily contest, for 2 weeks in a row now, we've been in the top three of the cappers. And that's pretty good. A lot of good guys over there, a lot of smart guys, a lot of guys betting these obscure things. I really hoped you tailed me last night when I started a new streak in the Play of the Day contest. I had Dallas Stars, no power play goals at a nice plus payout price of plus 130. So that was pretty good. NBA really gets going tonight. I know there were two games last night, a couple of really compelling games that were on way past my bedtime. But we do have the Cavaliers tonight in pocket. Got them early at minus 105. Should have gotten them a few days ago. They were getting 3 points. The Cavaliers were the underdog and were getting 3 points. Now they're the favorite, laying a point and a half. So that's because of a Karl Anthony Towns injury for the Knicks. Cat not playing tonight. So it's really NBA season. We've already started load management. Um, we will take the Canadiens tonight. Couple of fishy lines here tonight in the NHL, and the Canadiens are one of those games. Canadiens going out to take on Calgary. Calgary 1-6. They're having problems this year, but the Canadiens really a short price, only laying $1.25. It's a fishy line. We're going to go with it. We're going to go with the Canadiens. If we are out, we're only out a unit and a quarter. So we'll run with it. Another fishy line in Buffalo tonight. Red Wings at Buffalo. Buffalo calling up a goalie from the minor leagues, making his first NHL start, and yet the Red Wings are only $1.12 favorite. Fishy line. Maybe I'm an easy mark for taking both these games. We are going to go ahead and go with the Red Wings. Good little prop here. I feel good about it. Third period over, 1.5, Wild and Devils. It is minus 210. So it needs a dance partner. We went ahead and put it in the juice reducer parlay. This is where we really make our money in hockey, or all these third period props. We track all this stuff. We've got it down to a science. Me, a guy named Chris Otto, we're your go-to source for these third period, first period, who scores first, overs in these periods. So, keep on following us if you want the information. That's what we're here for. But I like this prop tonight. Only three NHL games going, so these are my three bets. But the Wild and the Devils are combined 10-3 so far here in this new NHL campaign on third period over. So we'll go with it. And at the rate at which these coaches are pulling these goalies, this is a pretty good bet. It's going to need a dance partner, and we do have it in our juice reducer parlay. Here's the juice reducer parlay. As you can see, we got Boise, Navy, Louisville, Indiana, Georgia Tech, all combined on the money line, minus 233. Has an implied probability of hitting of 70%. Feel pretty good about this one. So we're going to take these favorites and we are going to line them up with all these teasers being played as singles. Starting first with Northwestern getting 14.5 points. I like this game against Nebraska. Northwestern 5-2 against the number this year. Nebraska only 2-5 ATS this year. We'll go with Northwestern to go ahead and keep it within 14.5. I don't think you would be a fool to take Northwestern, maybe even outright sprinkle them on the money line if you're feeling really squirrely. But definitely, I think they'll stay within the 7.5 points. But we went ahead and teased it here for a little insurance. Do like UConn minus 5.5. Little tidbit here of note: Rice, their opponent in this game. UConn is going on the road, I will admit that. But Rice is 0-3 at home against the spread. So we'll take UConn. And I think you'd be okay with UConn to go ahead and lay the whole number of 10, 10.5. I'd like it better at 9.5. We teased it down to 5.5. So that turns it into a minus 99 prop at minus 5.5. Throw in the juice reducer parlay, and it's plus 114. We'll take it. I like Oklahoma money line as well. Like Southern Miss teased. Southern Miss is 4-2 against the spread this year, and they're taking on Louisiana Monroe, and they are 2-5 against the spread this year. So go ahead and take the Eagles there. Got to go back to my secret weapon of New Mexico's second half, laying only a 1.5 against Utah State. I think New Mexico covers this number. They're only laying 2.5. I have the game falling New Mexico winning this thing 34-28. But I guess I like being smarty pants. But here's the truth. With New Mexico, they have one of the best plus positive point differentials in the second half of any team in the country. I mean, they're right up there with the big boys, Ohio State and all them, when it comes to second half point differential. So that's why we're sort of on New Mexico State in these second half spots. I think it's paid off like 2 or 3 times before for us. So there's science behind this. I'm not just pulling these things out of the air. Go ahead and take San Diego State on the money line. I think you're okay also with San Diego State to go ahead and um, just go ahead and lay the 3.5 with them if you want. I think that's fine too. I have San Diego State winning this thing 27-21. Here's another little tidbit of note. San Diego State 5-1 this year against the number. Pretty good. We'll take it. We're going to go ahead and take Iowa minus 3.5. By themselves, they're laying 9. Again, I think you're okay to lay that number. If you're going to lay 9, I would just tease it up to 9.5 if that's what you want to do. Get yourself a little extra payout. Games are not going to fall 9. They're going to fall 10, might fall 11, fall 13. They fall 8, they fall 7, they fall 6. Games are not falling 9, they're not falling 5. Now, something crazy could happen and there was a safety, but we can't bet on crazy things like safeties and drop kicks and crazy things like that to happen. So Iowa minus 3.5 or Iowa minus 9.5 if you're feeling really squirrely about it. Next page. BYU, I know a lot of people are saying this is a bad spot for BYU. It's a letdown spot. They had their Super Bowl last week, Utah and the Holy War. All these things are true. I'm not even saying BYU is going to go into Iowa State and win the game. I think they will. Wouldn't surprise me if they didn't. But Iowa State, I'll take BYU getting the 6.5. And you're asking me, well, why did you not tease it up to 7? You were just talking how games fall 7, 8, and these key critical numbers in football. The reason I didn't tease it up through the magic number of 7 was because had I done that, my plus payout of 104 would have gone down to maybe a minus 105. And so that's the purpose of the juice reducer parlay, is to get positive money payouts for all these things. Now, in this case, with it being a nickel, maybe I should have went ahead and got it through to 7. I can't remember now. It probably would have just been too much chalk for what we were trying to do here and hit 6 legs to then be laying extra vig. It's not what you necessarily want to do in these situations. So, like I said, I'm confident BYU goes ahead and stays within the 6.5, and we'll take it for the plus money payout. Like Illinois in the 10.5, I think Washington, just a little bit too much love for Washington. I'm not saying Illinois is going to win the game. It wouldn't surprise me if they didn't, but I think Illinois is going to keep at least within the 10.5. Love the Bearcats at home on homecoming. I think you're okay to go ahead and lay the number against Baylor if that's what you want to do. I think it's like 4.5. Again, if you're doing that, go ahead and lay the whole 5. Lay the 5.5. Game's probably not going to fall 5. But I like the Bearcats at home on homecoming. A lot of good things going on here in Clifton. Like Pittsburgh to go ahead and win. Pittsburgh to cover the number. They're only laying 7. I have this game, Pittsburgh winning 35-21, but we'll go ahead and take them on the money line at plus 100. Ball State, they are 5-2 against the number this year against Northern Illinois, and they are only 1-6 ATS for the Huskies. So we'll definitely go ahead and roll with Ball State plus 10.5. I think Ball State may win the game. I have it as a toss-up 21 apiece, but we'll go ahead and definitely take Ball State in the 10 spot. Like Vanderbilt money line, I think they win. No big explanation necessary. Also like Temple on the money line, plus 103 against Tulsa. Tulsa's shown some spunk, but Temple, a surprise in the American. They are 6-1 this year against the spread, and they won this contest last year against Tulsa. Like the under in Texas, Mississippi State, to stay under 52.5. Pretty good defenses here, not necessarily very good offenses. So I think this stays under the number, and I think you're okay to go ahead and keep it under the normal number, not necessarily even tease it if you don't want to. I like Pittsburgh's team total over 27 and a half. Again, I have Pittsburgh scoring like 35 points in this game, so I feel really good about it. On average, North Carolina State has been giving up 35 points. On average, Pittsburgh has been scoring 36 points. I think they easily sail over this number of 27 and a half. I think if you wanted to put this in a big boy, heavy duty parlay through all the sports occurring this weekend, I think you'd be well served to go ahead and do that if you want it. Houston plus 14 and a half. They've shown a lot of fight. They're 5-2 this year against the spread, taking on an Arizona State team that is 3-3 against the spread. I think Houston keeps it close. I think Houston is live to win this game. I have the game falling, Houston winning 27-24. So definitely go ahead and take them at almost 15 points. A&M and LSU over 40 and a half. I like that as well. The last 4 games in this contest have gone over. I have the game A&M winning 28-24. So I think we're going to go ahead and sail over that 40 and a half. On to the NFL, juice reducers. Love the Panthers playing the Bills. Bills been struggling lately. They've been sloppy. Panthers showing some life. I think Panthers definitely keep it within this almost 2 touchdowns. Bears against the Ravens. I think the Bears are alive to win the game against the Ravens. Ravens are a mess. Not even entirely 100% certain that Lamar is going to play. So, yeah, let's go ahead and take the Bears in the 10. I'll take it. Love the Niners. They showed me a lot Sunday night. I think they're going to go ahead and win the game outright easily at a nice payout of plus 157. We'll go ahead and take the Falcons minus 3.5. Love the Bengals. I think you're okay with the Bengals to go ahead and lay the whole 6.5 if you like against the Jets. The Jets are a mess. I don't think it was a fluke last week for the Bengals. I think they've got it together. I think Flacco understands, get the ball, get it to T. Higgins, get it to Chase. Good things are going to happen. Love the Patriots laying only 2.5. The line organically is the Patriots only laying 7. I think you're okay to do that. I think if you want to get cute and go ahead and take the Patriots minus 9.5. If I were betting the Browns, I would need at least 10.5 points to bet the Browns. At home, on the road at home against New England, no. So definitely Patriots to win this thing by more than a field goal. That's a good bet. That's all for us. We hope everybody enjoys all the sports. Keep following us over at Uncle Edie Sports on Twitter. Definitely going to have some parlays. Hit some big boy parlays last weekend. Hit a plus 400 NFL parlay, a 4-legger, and we hit a 4-leg same game parlay in the Bengals game. And that paid plus 675. So I sure hope you were tailing on both of those. You'd be up 10 units on those just by themselves. So keep on following us. We'll keep on giving you the winners. Let's enjoy this football. College football right around the corner. NBA starting. I'm not a big NBA bettor, especially to start the year. But, like I said, follow those guys in that capping contest. Some very good NBA cappers. Last night they were picking out some really obscure props. Some guy had a Luka assist prop that came through. I was impressed with that selection. So follow those guys over there. We'll all cash some tickets together. And if you tail me to the window, we will cash tickets together. Have a good night, everybody.